Howdy everyone, my name is Ryan Schul. Welcome to my channel. So in the topic today, I'm going to take a look at my YouTube analytics. Now, if you are a YouTuber or if you have videos on YouTube, especially multiple videos, like if you only have a handful, this might be not be too interesting. If you have a whole bunch of them, I think it's going to be very interesting. If you have no videos on YouTube whatsoever and you're only a spectator or you only watch it and you don't actually produce any content, then I think this might be totally irrelevant for you. I don't think it's going to help you too much. But basically, what I'm going to do is show you a script that I created that is going to go to the YouTube API, fetch a whole bunch of data, and produce some very interesting analytics that you just can't get from the normal interactive screens that you see on YouTube. So basically, if I switch over to my channel real quick here, you can see these are my subscribers, okay, 87 in the last 28 days, and that's very useful. I love it. I love how they do these things. That is very interactive, dynamic, very relevant, right? So here are some of the top 30 videos, not top 30 by any ranking, just by, I think, the last, what's it? Oh, the order is by date, okay? So these are the last 30 videos I posted by date. If I go over here, I can sort by views. This looks a little bit weird. This one should come up number one because that's higher, but for some reason this one comes up number one. I saw that a couple days ago. I'm not too sure why that happened. So you have date, views, and I think that's it. Those are the only two things that you can sort by in this view. You have some basic analytics of the channel, which is very useful too. Okay, so I've got 5.5K views in the last 28 days. That's how they do it, 28 days, right? 286 watch hours, and then subscribers 87 in the last 28 days. You have things like content. And again, super useful. I love how they do this. Very interactive, very interesting audience. These are the people tuning in, and you can say new viewers, casual, regular viewers, and then you can see a little bit more over here, right? So you have a couple different controls that you can interact with. So let me go back to this other one, and then trends. You can see some trends over time, and there's not too much interesting stuff happening over here. Okay, I'm not sure why, but okay. So anyways, they give you some very useful controls on the dashboard, but I was looking for a few different things that I couldn't find on their dashboard. I was looking for like a quick, easy summary of views, how many likes am I getting, comments, duration, and seconds. They don't report these things, right? Or you would have to go through video by video and then sum these up, and it's very time consuming and very manual. And I'm just not the kind of person that's going to take the time to click on 400. I think I have 408 videos now. What does this thing say? 408 or something like that. Yeah, all right. So I have 408. I'm not going to click on 408 videos and try to write down the number of views I got and likes and comments and things like this, right? That's not who I am. Years ago, I started my career on Wall Street doing automation work to take tasks that were very manual, time-consuming, and prone to error, and just figure out a coding solution just so you can click a button or just hit the enter button on your keyboard, enter key on the keyboard, and everything is done automatically for you, right? So I've been doing this for my whole career, so it's nothing new. Of course, I'm not going to sit there and click and click and click and click until I get everything, because it's going to take an extremely long duration of time. I'm not going to spend days trying to aggregate these numbers. I'm going to make some mistakes too, right? Inevitably, I will make some mistakes because it's very manual and time consuming and it's prone to error. So I did some research on the documentation of this YouTube API, and I came up with the script below. Basically, when I run the script, I can fetch some interesting analytics that they don't share with me from the YouTube channel, right? And I can get, again, views, likes, comments, and duration in terms of seconds. And then I'll have all my video IDs as well, too. So I'll run the script in just a moment. I will just preface this by saying there is a limit on YouTube API daily data that they share with you. So many or most of the Google Cloud projects have these kind of restrictions, right? So Google owns YouTube. There was an acquisition, I don't know when, you can look it up online. But several years ago, Google bought this, right? And they have restrictions. They give you a lot of stuff for free, all the Google Maps, Gmail, and I applaud it. I love it. But there are some restrictions, and especially with this type of thing, there's some restrictions in place. And I can imagine they're just not going to give away the keys to the kingdom and just let you do whatever you want, right? So they do put the foot on the brakes if you run these processes too many times. However, based on my research, the daily quota limits that are in place reset at midnight Pacific Standard Time. So if you do hit this limitation, just wait until midnight and then just run the process the next day, okay? So what I'm gonna do is reference my my YouTube API key. If you don't know what this is, you would have to create this. You can Google for this thing, okay? API key. And it's free to set this up, and it's very useful if you use anything in Google. If I go over here, where is it? Now, I haven't done this in a little while, so I have to poke around here for a minute. Google account, API console. I think this is the one. API console. That takes me over here. This looks kind of familiar. I haven't used this in a few months, but this looks pretty much correct. And these are some of the API keys that I have set up over here. So I have YouTube Data API. I have actually 3 YouTube API endpoints here. And credentials, like it's somewhere around here. You have to kind of search for it, and these things change a little bit over time. Oh, this might be it right here. Okay, so I think this would be your client ID. No, that's something different actually. YouTube API. I do have another video where I show you how these things work. Client ID. Okay, so it's one of these. You would need the YouTube API key. So just Google for that. It's not too hard to find it. That might be over here, one of these things over here, right? So look around for that. Once you have that, you can put that into a text file, save that on network drive, on your desktop, on your laptop, whatever you want. It's really up to you how you want to do that. So you would save that. Give me a second here. Give me a second. Okay, so yeah, so that's it. Just look for your YouTube API key. It's going to be called literally that. So you'll have like a user ID or a client ID, something like that. You'll also have a YouTube API key. That's exactly what it's called. So look for that. I looked at mine. I didn't see it offhand. I do have another client secret file. I have another video I'm going to do a little bit later today, showing how the client secrets work. It's a little bit different concept than this, but in some cases you do need the client secret and the API key. In some cases you just need the API key. Okay, so this is saved on my desktop. I'm going to reference that. Now you can put it directly into the file here if you share the file with anybody, or if you do a video and share your desktop exactly like I'm doing now, then you can't have the key displayed, right? This is personal and confidential. People could take the API key and do a whole bunch of fetches online and create a lot of data throttling through the system, and it could potentially cost you a lot of money. So don't do that, right? So the key is personal and confidential. It's like logging into your email account. You don't give away your credentials, right? So just get the key, put it on your desktop or whatever you want. Open that. We are going to go ahead and create a UDF. This is a user-defined function. I just called it get videos from channel. Then I have my channel ID. These are the features that I'm looking for: views, likes, comments, and duration in seconds. So again, I can get the views over here. If I go to this one, I can get the number of views, right? Like I actually think I saw that over in the other view right there. I saw the views in the other view. So here's the number of likes, 13. Number of views is 127. And so likes, views, what else am I looking at? Likes, views, comments, and duration in seconds, in terms of seconds. So these are only 2 comments that I made myself. So again, I don't want to go through and click all of these different things and do that for myself, right? I want to come up with an automated process where I can hit Control Enter in this Jupyter Notebook cell, and everything is done automatically for me, right? I'll get the title, the video ID, the views, likes, comments, and duration in seconds, because mostly I'm curious about how many hours I have of YouTube videos. That's what I want to know. No, I could go to the video and just say, okay, so this one right here is 31 minutes and 28 seconds. This is 23 minutes, 47 seconds. This is 24 minutes, 33 seconds. This one is 23 minutes, 45 seconds. This one is 10 minutes, 35 seconds. That's too manual. It's too tedious. And I'm going to make mistakes. And the final output is not going to be very accurate, right? But if you create a couple UDFs that go to the API endpoint where all of this data is hosted and fetch that and then save the file, I'm ultimately saving all the results as a CSV file on my desktop. Okay, I'm creating a data frame of everything based on my channel ID and what I just showed you. So the views, likes, comments, duration, the title of each video, and the video ID. And the channel ID comes from here. If you look close, this is a random universal unique identifier for all channels. So if I go back here, you can see my channel ID is right here, right? So that's not really personal and confidential. Like this is displayed to everybody as far as I know. And that's how YouTube identifies you, your channel, and whatever content you're creating, right? So that should be pretty much same for everybody, right? YouTube. Let me look at one Mr. Beast. He's pretty big. Not exactly sure why. I've seen several of his videos. It's somewhat entertaining, but not like super Mr. Not like super awesome. So I'm not sure what he's doing or how he's doing it, but good for him, He hit the jackpot there. So videos, just looking for his ID. I don't see that. Oh, that's the ad. Sorry, that's the ad. So maybe that'll pop up in a minute. That might be his ID. Let me see. 4197ZC ends in ZC. Let me see this one over here. That one's different. So maybe it isn't displayed. I'm not sure how they do that. But everybody does have a unique ID. That one's different too, right? So I guess you hit his ID. It's just not exposed. I guess that's how they're doing it. I'm not sure. Anyways, so as a YouTuber, you have to put in your ID and you'll get your ID from your own channel, right? So we're going to go through, get the views, the likes, comments, duration in seconds, and I want the title and the video ID because I want to know what I'm looking at here, okay? So let me go ahead and run this code, Control-Enter to run it. Control-Enter, okay, you can see the asterisks and the little hourglass in the upper left-hand corner. While this is running, let me go ahead and save this as an HTML file. I will share all this code with you guys. I'll give you everything. All you have to do is pop in your own YouTube channel ID. You'll get that from your channel. I guess that's not exposed. I suppose that's how they do it. You have to get your YouTube API key, right? Put that somewhere, reference that. This is the path to my key. And when you save the data frame, everything is going to go to wherever you tell it to go to. I'm putting mine on my desktop. So YouTube_analytics.csv. I am displaying the data frame right here, right? Or printing the data frame. That's what you see right here. And you can see everything down here. Okay. So 407 videos. It's actually 408 because we start with 0. If you go to the top, this is 0 based. So the first record is actually 0. It says 407, it's 408. So let me go ahead and close this down. I already saved the code, so you have that. And here is the final results. I think this is pretty cool. And yeah, I'll share all this code with you guys. So you have it. If you're a YouTuber, you have everything that you need right here. So let me expand this, double click. So here's all the titles, right? It says 409 because I actually have title in the first row here. If I go down here, it's actually 408. You can see 408, that jives. And I have all of my YouTube video IDs, and I have all the views. So if I sum up views, I can see there are 51,389 equals sum. So I can get this thing, enter 51,389. So doing okay there. I was hoping that the channel would be like a little bit better, shape, but it's moving kind of like a snail. So I have how many likes? 5676 likes. How many comments do I have? Counting comments, I have 1,283 comments. And how many seconds of viewed video do I have? So I have 53,080 seconds equals that divided by 60. So this is number of hours. Seconds. Oh, that's number of minutes. Divided by 60. This should be hours, I think. 148.91 hours of videos on my YouTube channel, 408 videos, 149, we can call it 149 minutes of YouTube videos. That's how much content I put on YouTube in about a year and a month, I think. Just over maybe a year and 6 weeks or something. I think I started this journey on August 8th of 2024, and I've been posting pretty consistently, pretty frequently. So I'm up to 400, almost 450 hours of content on YouTube. So you guys have the script. I'm going to post that when I post the video. So I think this is great insight in terms of counting up the views, the likes, comments, and total number of seconds, minutes, or hours of content that you have created on your YouTube channel. This is a great way to go fetch that data quickly and easily, because YouTube has it and they capture that, but they don't really expose that from this view over here. Again, you would have to manually go through and copy and paste all of these. It's time consuming, it's tedious, it's prone to error. I guarantee you'll make mistakes. If you use this script over here, replace my ID with your specific ID, save the CSV wherever you want, and set up your YouTube API key. Click Control Enter, and you're going to be in business. You have everything you need. So that's it, guys. I found this technique reading through YouTube documentation, and I just want to share my discovery with you guys. So that's it. I'm going to wrap up the video right now. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your time, and I will see you guys when I post the next video, which should be pretty soon. So hang in there, and I'll catch up with you soon. Bye.